Welcome to Cash Grab, the podcast where we analyse movie franchises that have been turned into video games and decide are they cash grabs or are they not. My name is Tom.
My name's Adam.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Stef.
And we are all here once again. The four amigos.
Four of us.
The four horsemen of the cash grab apocalypse.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay,
We'll
that's
have
good.
that.
The
Yeah,
four
we'll
horsemen of
take
the
that.
cash grab apocalypse. Grab
Yeah.
apocalypse.
Quite a mouthful.
Yeah, it
The
is.
cash grab apocalypse. Well, it's one of those things. The apocalypse or the end of the world doesn't really encompass much for good grammar, does it?
It doesn't
It's like,
care.
you're gonna die anyway. Just call it a cash.
Maybe we should just call ourselves the four
Grabolis.
from Cash Grab.
The four from Cash Grab.
Just miss out the
Oh, no.
horsemen of the apocalypse.
The Cash Grab 4. Like the famous 8.
It doesn't quite roll off the tongue like Mr. Prostate Cancer, though, does it?
Oh,
Dan, that was a bit low, wasn't
That's
it?
just...
I mean, what?
Now
sick-
we got to explain that.
Yeah, I've been waiting to explain that because we haven't talked about it since.
Go on
we
then, Dan.
came out.
You explain it then.
I don't think I should be the one explaining it.
Am I the
You
one
need
who's
to
going to have to
explain.
explain
Well, one
it?
of you's
You're
got
on
to
the
explain
explain
it.
Okay, so I don't even know how this started. Me and Adam we've got a WhatsApp group where the four horsemen of the cash grab apocalypse speaking. So we're all talking and we're deciding about meeting here earlier today, and Adam usually gives me a lift down, and I said, all right, look, I'll grab a lift off you or this, that, and the other. And what were you talking about? You were saying something about like.
It wasn't anything. You just...
I went to call you Mr. Prostate Tickler.
which is
Yeah.
which is such a normal name to call someone.
I mean, it's well for me. It's
Yeah,
relatively
exactly.
low key for what I
Speaking to
would
Tom,
say.
that's expected.
Yeah,
So,
it's pretty
Mr.
good.
Prostate Tickler, but obviously my phone, if you type in prostate beforehand, it automatically wants to correct it for cancer as the second word. So
But that's the
I
thing, because
accidentally called, and I will say the key word in this talk is accidentally called Adam Mr. Prostate Cancer.
poor Adam.
Which I thought was slightly harsh. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Is this
it
a
was
premonition or...
bit
It's just,
extreme.
it's just as I was leaving the door and just saying hi to Steph as well. It's just I couldn't walk to the car.
It was an interesting start to the day, wasn't it? Actually,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't the start of the day. End to the day.
well, beginning
of the podcast.
beginning of the end.
Beginning of the end.
beginning of my day.
Imagine if you had like.
Probably would be the beginning of the end.
Oh,
Imagine
shit.
if like there was a superhero, prostate cancer man. That would be brilliant,
That
wouldn't it?
No.
What would his powers be?
I need a lie down. Sorry, I've gone off key. How are we all? Are we all okay?
Good.
Yeah.
Everyone good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Healthy, as far as I know.
Good.
Is there any more development on Sonic Mania stuff? Have you finished it?
Oh.
I played a couple more levels.
Mm-hmm.
I've now met Metal Sonic.
Oh, not that twat.
That twat. Met him.
God. So full of
Um,
himself as well.
So I'm still going through that, but I think Undertale has taken over because I completed that.
Oh God, yeah, you were going on about it.
Yeah.
You completed it.
I completed it on a playthrough with killing everything,
Okay.
and I don't think I played a game that made me feel so guilty for killing everything.
Oh.
It's brutal. Like, they actually make you feel really bad
Yeah,
about it. So
yeah.
now I'm doing another playthrough of
You're
just
gonna
pure letting people survive.
You're going to be like a paragon.
pacifist.
Yeah.
But there's also 15 trophies for me to get the platinum. But they're very.
gonna go for it?
It's very easy. Like, I just need to
Oh.
donate some money, so it won't take long.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So I'm just gonna do that, and then sorry, Dan's doing some warming up exercises. It's really putting
sorry.
me off.
What's he
I'm
doing?
looking at him right in the
all I
eye.
saw was all I saw at the all I
was
saw
just
at the
licking his
table was he
finger.
licked his finger.
He was just licking his finger, like staring at me whilst he done it.
Oh my
I
God.
was listening to
Is
it.
this no? Let me just say, is this a warm up exercise for you or Dan? Because it looks like you're both going to get something
Yeah.
out of it.
The tongue exercises.
Tongue exercises.
Yeah, you know what for.
Is it when you stick your tongue up someone's bum?
And you see if they have prostate cancer.
How did you know?
Stop it!
Sorry, I tend to do it just randomly now when I'm out and about.
You randomly stick your tongue up people's
I'm
bums.
going to advise you not to. Don't.
This is-
Yeah, definitely don't.
Actors are weird, aren't they?
No, I realised when I listen back to myself, I can hear my lisp a lot more. So
Okay.
I'm trying to make sure that I'm not that that's bad.
I hate to say it, Dan, but if you go around licking people's bums in public, that argument does not go down well in court.
It's to help my list.
It's to help my lisp. They
Oh,
can't hear
okay.
you speak when you're in their anus, Dan. blah, 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 blah.
But
It's getting better. Get better.
I've done that, and
Yep.
then I quickly jumped onto Final Fantasy 15 for a little bit because
Oh,
it's
you went
the,
back to it.
It's the Moogle Chocobo Carnival.
Yeah,
Right.
I've heard something else about
And if you
Final
complete
Fantasy
that,
15.
you get an egg. And if you can get the egg today of recording, so the 30th,
Yeah.
you're like given Assassin's Creed costume.
Yeah.
And then there's an Assassin's Creed festival.
Yeah, I've heard
in
about this.
in
and
Final
I've
That
got-
Fantasy
sounds
15.
pretty cool.
But the thing is, I've got a bit of an issue with it
What's that?
because it seems shit.
Well, we don't know.
Oh.
We'll
Because
play and
it's
find
like
out.
it seems like an unnecessary crossover. It's just it's
it's a
literally
bit of
like
fun, Tom.
no, but it's like
Well, they're
it's like
both-
it's like I
both on
understand it's like
PS4.
like free LC, but at the same time like free DLC.
Yeah, no, I got it, but why do you call it free deals? Well,
Yeah, never heard of that one before.
Because I was trying to save time, but now I've wasted more time explaining what free LC is.
Oh.
But like it's like unnecessary marketing. I mean, I get it's clever marketing because it's like
But the
just a
thing is,
simple crossover, but it's
yeah,
just like it
I
has
can see
nothing
what
to
you
do with
mean.
Final Fantasy.
No, I see what you mean, but like, if they're gonna advertise it, this is a good way of doing it because they've like you're wearing the costumes, you can like run around like it is Assassin's Creed, so you can climb buildings like
Well,
Assassin's Creed.
but
They've like you can
here-
jump into a haystack. So
here's-
they've done a lot of work for it.
That
But
is good.
here's the thing, right? So say if Final Fantasy X, right, they did like an update after all this time, and they had like Pro Evolution Soccer 2.
Yeah,
free
because I
LC.
didn't like Blitzball. That'd be great.
No, but it makes no sense because it has no bearing in the world.
Well, it does because Blitzball was a weird sport. So why don't you
But
play
it's
football
part of the
instead?
world because they don't have footballs. They have to.
Yeah,
they
but
have
then
to
what
play.
if
They
someone-
have to play ball sports underwater.
Yeah,
It's- it's
who would
drown
play, who would play
yourself.
ball sport
it's
on the
part
ground?
of it's part of Spira's like whole.
But what if
physics-
Waka went, hold on
physics.
guys, I've got a crazy idea. What if we kick this ball rather than go into a sphere made of water?
He
There'll
did.
just be like
be
a brief moment.
stoned.
There'll be a brief moment of silence, and then you just see him hanging from a tree.
How could you say that?
His last words were, "What did Waka say a lot again?" He kind of said like,
Whoa!
He did say "whoa" a
No,
lot.
you get me? Or was it you get me? Or,
You know,
you know? That was
You
it,
know?
You know?
his last words were, "You know." That'd be on his like gravestone. Waka, you know.
You know.
He did know.
Anyone else been playing anything interesting? Or we
I'm
all-
still going through Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Yeah, 35 hours in now.
Oh.
I know, and nowhere near the end. I don't think.
Mm.
Fucking crazy.
I actually really want to play it. I want to
It's
give it a
fucking
go.
brilliant. I keep telling you.
Yeah,
you can
I'll
get
have
it
to.
so cheap as well.
Well, I
now.
completed Firewatch.
Oh, I was
Nah,
about
so
to
I'm
say.
yeah.
gonna have to.
Did you enjoy?
something
Did you enjoy it all in
I
all?
did. Really disappointed that you don't get to see.
Don't give it away, I might
What's
play it.
her name?
Oh, the one you fancy.
Fuck's sake. No, you're never going to see what's her name.
I
you
forgot her
might
name.
do.
No, you might. I mean, you might.
I forgot her name
There
as well.
might be
and
a
I've only just
playthrough where you
played
get
it.
to see her.
Chloe,
Yeah.
Debbie,
Did you save the turtle?
Trina.
You didn't save the
No.
turtle, you
What turtle?
bastard.
You didn't say the turtle.
There's
What? You
there's
didn't
a-
even know there was
No,
one. It was like, no,
there's
but
a
I stoned
turtle.
that pigeon.
Yeah. There's a turtle you can find. You like pick him up and you keep him as a pet.
Oh wait,
Oh,
I
that's
feel
so
like I
fucking
have seen.
adorable.
Have I seen this turtle?
I
don't
love
know,
it if
mate.
Adam just like in the recesses of Adam's mind, he's just got an image of himself like just hitting a turtle on the ground. He's like, yeah, it
I
does.
did save that turtle.
You're like,
Does ring
yeah,
a
it does ring a
bell."
bell.
Yeah,
So-
that one.
So basically, you didn't maybe play Firewatch to its full potential. Maybe it's time for.
Well,
a
I spent the
replay.
whole
To
game
be fair-
trying to find her.
That turtle.
Yeah.
No, my love.
I love. To be fair, I only found the turtle because it had trophies.
Oh,
There you go.
question. The love you're talking about, is it the woman that you hear over the radio but you never actually see her?
Yeah, that's it.
Interesting that you've fallen in love with someone you've never seen.
Why?
Because you've never seen her.
So
You've only heard
we've
her?
spoken for like days.
Oh my
80
god,
odd days.
Adam's got obsessed. He's
Is there a game on the movie Her? Because I mean that'd be great. Great for
her.
Adam. You know the one with the AI. He falls in love.
Great movie, actually.
Yeah, really
To
good.
be fair,
Huh?
Joaquin
I've never
Phoenix
even heard of
falling
it.
in love with
Oh, you need to.
what's her name? Is it Charlize Theron?
No, Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, those two. They're like the same person.
I don't know this film.
No, neither
Oh,
do I.
watch it. It's really good.
No, I don't know it.
She's like a robot.
Yeah,
no, she's a
AI.
yeah. She's like a
Just on her
internet.
phone.
Like
oh.
an OS.
She's
She's
an
an
internet.
She's just on her phone all the time. She's an internet. Somebody called her a browser button.
She's an operating system. Is what she is. She's an operating system.
Ah, like Cortana.
Is
Yeah.
Cortana an operating system?
No, but she keeps fucking banging on about me.
she's like, you should have a shave.
Piss off,
Get a
Cortana.
haircut. I think this shirt would suit you. And then it comes up with like Google recommendations.
It's like falling in love with Alexis.
Alexis?
Yeah.
Alexis Texas, the porn
You
star.
mean Alexa?
Well,
Alexa.
Who's Alexa?
Alexa, sorry.
One of these
sorry.
things. Hold
Amazon
on.
thing.
Hang on.
I apologise for.
Still packaged, haven't used it. One of
Why
these
not?
things. I'm lazy.
Basically, for those of you that can't see, which is everyone listening right now,
Good point.
Steph's showing us an Echo Dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alexa, sorry.
Alexa. So basically,
Lucky it's not on because otherwise we go fucking mental.
has anyone here fallen in love with Siri?
No.
I don't have an
Fuck
iPhone.
that bitch.
Shit.
No. Well, I don't have an iPhone either, but
No.
I'm just whilst we're on the subject of falling in love with inanimate like things, namely AI. I thought I'd just chuck Siri in there because that's the only one I know.
We need to remember Siri.
Yeah, that's the only
She
one I
can't
know.
be abandoned.
My phone doesn't have a name, but it does. It always tells me to go for dinner with James. It brings up it brings up suggestions. It goes like doodle-doo, and it's waiting for you to talk into it. But then
It doesn't. Your phone does not
Your
have the
phone is way too
capability.
old.
Yeah,
Right,
my
right,
phone.
right.
We got the
Right.
same phone.
Hang
I've
on,
never
hang
seen
on.
So
that.
just for everyone else,
Hang
Tom
on.
has got. Tom, what is your phone? It's a Samsung.
It's
S3 Mini.
Look up James. Look up James. See.
It's a
Look up
Samsung
James,
S3
and
Mini.
it sometimes says set reminder, go for dinner with James. But look up James. I told you, he's
No, but it's
obsessed
just
with
giving you.
James.
It's just
I think it's just giving you a random name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It
I like
says-
to think it knows
It
something.
says
that
you
I
can
don't.
say look up James. You can say record voice,
Should
or
we
you
say
can
look up
say
James?
oh.
Oh shit,
Beautiful.
James, is that you?
Let's get off your shit phone, mate.
Okay, sorry.
Should we get on to the episode anyway?
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't say what I was playing lately.
Oh god, what have you been playing?
I was
Dan?
playing a game that also deals with AI, actually, strangely enough.
My God,
I
what's
know.
going on? We should have really done a sci-fi film,
Oh.
but we haven't.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Dan.
I've not.
We're
Sorry,
going to
Dan.
make a massive leap after this, aren't we?
Yeah.
It was. Okay, the best thing to say is it's Japanese. That has to preface it.
Okay.
It's about a college student that makes a time
Very-
machine
Very Japanese.
out of his microwave oven.
This is a game.
What's it called?
Steins Gate. It's a visual novel, so it's not so much a game as, but
A comic book.
well, it's got a great story. Weird,
just
but
put
a
it
great
on my
story.
PlayStation.
What's this on?
PS3 and PS4. I just got the sequel to it.
Steins Gate. There's a sequel.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Steins
playing-
Gate 2, Revenge of
no,
the
Steins
Toast.
Gate 0, actually.
Steins Gate 0.
But it's not
Those-
a prequel.
The Japanese are bonkers, aren't they?
It
Well, they
is
had
really
Star
weird.
Fox Zero as well, didn't they?
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
No, we do not.
We don't
Oh.
talk about Star Fox Zero. Me and you played that at Eurogamer.
And we said shit.
that is literally all we said. The guy was like, "What do you think?" And we didn't even say it then. we just stayed silent, walked off, and just went, "Shit!"
It was so bad.
It was so bad. We had a delayed reaction to just about everything the rest of the day. We had lunch, and then 20 minutes later, we went, "That was nice." Anyway, we'll transition on
Yes.
to what we are actually doing because we've spent so fucking long talking shit.
Talking bullshit.
So
right. So the episode today,
is,
Wayne's World.
and I'm very excited for this one.
Excellent.
Although I don't seem to remember the film quite as it was actually
No, you
portrayed.
seem to have a very
No,
distorted view on what
Yeah,
this
I've got a
film
very
was.
different recollection of
wanted
what Wayne's
everyone to
World was all
die.
about. Yeah, I did seem to, didn't I? Definitely.
So who's seen Wayne's World before?
Me, Adam. Thought I'd say it twice.
That was the same person.
Me,
Tom?
me too.
And I've seen it too, but Dan, you haven't seen it.
No, I haven't.
Which I'm
And-
surprised at, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm amazed.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Myers, I do like him, and I've tried to watch most of his stuff, but I haven't watched all of
What
his.
you've like made a conscious effort to try watch everything he's been in?
You're so bitchy. You're so fucking sassy.
Just always say I try watch most of his
Is The
stuff.
Love Guru your favourite film?
Well, that's the
what it
problem.
was
Eventually,
called. That was shit.
Oh, the Love Guru.
I've never seen
was
it, but I know it's supposed to be
bollocks.
bad.
Just saying, we're doing Wayne's World. What we should also do, if we're going to go do another Mike Myers in the future,
It's all the Shrek games.
well,
Brilliant,
there's
brilliant
idea.
idea.
that and Cat in the Hat.
Oh, Cat in the
shit.
Hat.
There's a game for
Isn't
that.
it
You
Cat
know
in the
what? I
Hat?
forgot he was in Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good. Oh god, I had to watch that with my nephew. That was torture.
You tortured him.
It was more fun than the movie.
Good work. You've got to improvise these days. Kids have very
Yes.
short attention
But I mean,
spans.
yeah, I like Mike Myers, but yeah, I've never watched Wayne's World, and I'll just say it now: I've never watched anything that's confused me and made me smile more.
That's something
Oh,
which is
sweet.
like kind of consistent throughout this film. I think it's all very disjointed,
Yeah.
but it kind of works to the benefit of the humor of the film. Do you know what I mean? Because the humor is so kind of silly and nonsensical. So the kind of fact that the scenes in themselves are quite disjointed and nonsensical. Fucking hell.
Sorry, guys, I'm just breaking stuff behind
Yeah, it works to the benefit of the humor of the film, I think. But yeah, okay. Well, let's get into it. So, just to throw it out there, if you haven't watched, listened to the show before, you're definitely not watching it, unless you're on YouTube.
you.
In which case
you
you're
are
looking
watching
you're looking at a loading screen or something
yeah,
right
you're
now.
not looking at
Have
much
fun.
until
But-
the gameplay starts.
Yeah, we watch half an hour of the film, and then we do like a corresponding half an hour of the game which accompanies the film, and then we basically have like a review and assessment of it and what we think of it. So we're just going on our half an hour of the film. So it starts out. Did it start out straight away with them in the basement?
So
No.
it started out with Rob Lowe and his
that's it.
girlfriend in
In
bed
bed.
watching TV.
I noticed they had like a pizza box on the bed.
Yeah,
as
they had
well.
like a pizza box, 2 people, 1 pizza box,
Yeah.
and they had like 3 slices taken, and they were both full. I'm sorry, but no.
No.
You have at least half a pizza each.
I'm sorry, but whenever like if ever I order
That's an
if ever I order
Italian offended by
Yeah.
the lack of pizza
I
eating
am.
in this movie.
I am.
I'm sorry, but even if I'm like desperately in love with someone, I would not share a fucking pizza with them.
We've shared a pizza before.
Yeah, we've all shared pizzas.
No, like romantically involved.
Yeah, we've shared a romantic
Yeah.
pizza before.
Yeah, but
Candles and everything, Tom.
That's a point. Shit, this is awkward. Just as soon as I tried to make a point, I realised I've shared a pizza with just about everyone in this room. I'm like, oh yeah, shit. But like if like you're in bed with your you know like girlfriend or fiance or wife or whatever, I'm sorry, but like I'll have my pizza and you have your pizza, and we can share slices and stuff. But I know like I'm not willing to have half a pizza or less.
What if you get a half and half pizza?
No,
just not
because it's
enough
just
though,
not
is
enough
it?
pizza.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, why
Yeah,
do
I
you
like
get
to
two
have a
pizzas?
full
And they
one.
often have like, you know, get 2 for 1 or 50% off.
Love's all
Why
about
don't you just fucking do it
compromise.
anyway?
Yeah, because then you got breakfast.
This is it. So my point is, I was pissed off at Rob Lowe for not having the balls to say, actually, I don't want that. I want my own pizza.
I've got an idea here.
Yeah.
What if they've already eaten their first pizza?
They're on the
Oh!
second one.
Oh, that's
Great-
a game changer.
great
Isn't it? But
shout.
Oh, that
they're
is a point.
sharing the pizzas as they go,
Mm.
rather than one each. They're sharing, and then they're on the second one.
No, not good. Because I'm sorry. Here's an example, right? Like you and your girlfriend, Steph.
Yeah,
Does one of you like ham and pineapple?
don't think she does.
But do you like it?
No.
Oh shit! Because I always think every couple, one person likes ham and pineapple and the other one hates
I
it.
fucking love ham and pineapple.
And Amy
man.
hates it.
Yeah, she fucking hates
I
that shit.
told you.
Well, she's at work at the moment, so I can't text her. But I'll find out and I'll update you.
Yes, I promise you, it's a dynamic in every relationship. One
The
of
thing
them
is, I
likes
haven't
it, one
had
of them hates it.
ham and pineapple for a very long time. But the idea of pineapple
Give it a
on
go.
pizza-
It is so good.
We'll have to
Cat's
order
been
a
ham and
pizza.
pineapple
and you'll
is
have to
lovely.
order
She's
one.
Yeah.
been sitting every time you order pizza. It's like, I hope he's going to order ham and pineapple.
Please, please,
She just-
God.
She'll never ask you face to face. It's one of
It's,
those.
it's one of those, it's one
Red
of
flag
those
question.
things that are too shameful
Yeah.
to ask.
You have to wait for
Anyway, away from the pizza.
Yeah, okay.
So carry on, Ad. How does this film begin?
So they finish watching whatever they're watching. I think it's a commercial or
They
something
were
for
literally
some of the.
watching a
adverts.
guy,
Rob's
a
working
guy
for.
talking over Sonic the Hedgehog gameplay.
I think it was the guy who owns the arcade
That's right.
place where
Noah's Arcade.
Rob's trying to get a contract with.
That's
I
right.
don't actually know his name in the movie, so I'm just going to keep calling him Rob.
Rob Lowe, yeah.
Rob Lowe, yeah. But Rob, because we're on
Rob.
good terms.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so he finishes watching this commercial. They start flicking through. He gives the control to his girlfriend. Always a bad idea. And she starts to
Oh, right.
flick through the channels, and she lands on Wayne's World. At which point we're introduced to Wayne and Garth.
Yes.
Can I just quickly jump in that this film was released in 1992?
Yes, February 14th. Valentine's, Day.
Oh,
A movie.
I've got here. I've
For the
got the UK
couples.
date.
it's the UK day.
22nd of May.
Really? February, March, April, May. That's a long time. Sorry, I still have to
Yeah,
count.
but that did used to happen. I've said it before in
Yeah,
the
all
podcast,
the
but it
times that
did
did
used to
happen,
happen
yeah.
where
All
America
the
got it.
time. Fucking Jesus
It's just like,
Christ.
I went to the cinema in my wagon.
We were born in this year. It wasn't that long ago.
Oh, shit.
But yeah.
I was born before this year. When I was born, before you fucking whippersnappers, we still had fucking troughs outside the cinema for your horse. We didn't really. We just had a fucking locomotive steam train that just ploughed right into the cinema, killed the audience who was already in there, and then you just sat on top of
And
their
then
bodies.
then you watched the film. On
Yeah,
that,
you just sat on top of them, and then the next train would kill you, and then they sat on top of you, and then they closed the cinema down when it just got too full. It was like, we're at full capacity. That didn't happen. That never happens.
Right, so then we meet Wayne and Garth doing Wayne's World show.
Yes, which is like cable TV show, and Wayne does it out of his mum's basement, so he's still living
Yeah.
at home. But he doesn't seem too phased about it. He kind of seems quite happy with his lot, to be honest, doesn't he?
They all do.
He's
Yeah.
proactive, isn't he?
They're quite. What I love about all the characters, like especially like Wayne and Garth and their friends, like the people behind the camera and doing the audio and stuff like that. They're kind of like, although they're like, what would you say, like late 20s, early 30s?
Yeah,
Sort of
Yeah,
like
I
that?
I
would've
think they're
thought
probably
early
supposed to
30s.
be.
Yeah.
I think they're probably supposed to be a bit younger, maybe like late 20s.
Yeah. But they're kind of,
It
they've
fits
still
either way.
got such a childlike innocence, which I think is so nice. Like the fact they're just happy to kind of like do this silly little cable TV thing and then just make guitar sounds and then just go and party and be really, and they're like so cute with it. I love
Yeah.
it. I think it's fucking awesome.
I was saying the whole way through that I want to be in this time at that place with these people. It just seems, I was saying, it's just harmless. It's just,
It is.
It just seems
Yeah.
amazing.
It is. It's so nice. So yeah, so they do their cable TV show. They don't get any money out of it. It's just done like, you know, just
It's
put on
just public,
yeah, it's
public
just,
access.
yeah, exactly. Just put on the airwaves by themselves, and they're just kind of happy doing it.
So we see a bit of that show.
Mhm.
They
Oh yes, the
so they bring on a fellow who's got an invention.
what is it? The suck and cut.
Suck and
Suck
cut.
and cut.
Cut.
The suck.
Suck
the suck cut. That's it. The suck cut.
Suck cut. So it's basically this guy's really weird as well.
I thought
He's
he was
really
fucking
creepy.
hilarious. He
Yeah,
was
he's-
great.
he's-
Just
To be
so
fair-
intent. He's so intent on selling his product. He just looks straight at the camera like someone's told him to do that. It's like,
Yeah.
He's learned that somewhere. It's like,
Yeah.
The thing is, every character in this film is great.
yeah.
They're all good. So like you meet this guy and he's trying to sell his suck and cut. So he puts it on Garth's hair. So Garth's got long hair, and then Garth's, I don't know what is up with Garth.
What do you
He's just
mean?
so
Just
like
shy.
He's
Yeah.
he's so
He's
shy, but to the
cute.
point where he seems simple, but
Don't know
he's,
about cute.
but he's so
Oh, he
funny.
is cute.
He's
He
definitely
is
not
so
simple.
cute.
If you see the weapons that he's.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is
yeah.
it. Garth,
Proper
Garth's
psycho.
actually like the genius of the
Super
group, but
smart.
he's,
Genius,
he's,
but he's
but he's
just-
socially
he's
like
so
awkward.
socially awkward.
Yeah, but I think that's quite endearing, to be honest.
Yeah, no, he's a great character.
Yeah, I love Garth. Garth's my favourite, man. But yeah, so they have this inventor on, the inventor of the suck cut, and he begins to like. It's basically just like a vacuum painted red, like
Yeah.
like a miniature vacuum painted red.
You assume there's some kind of cutting stuff in the vacuum.
Yeah, because it's like, I love the kind of like when he's doing the demonstration, he's like literally ripping Garth's hair out, and Garth's like just screaming, and they go, "Oh wow, tell us about this then, man." And he's like, "Well, the beauty of it is that it sucks whilst it cuts." It's like, this is a suck cut.
He's like, it sure sucks.
Yeah,
My
and-
mum invented something like that years ago because with my granddad, she just put the Hoover on top of his head and just.
Well,
Bit
yeah, but
like
that's to suck away the hairs that you cut off.
No. I mean, his hairs are so wispy when he got older. It's just like, just take it all off. It was really easy, actually. Saw her do it.
Okay.
He enjoyed it.
I don't even know what to say.
Dan, you're the only one in this room who's never seen this film before, and yet you're the only one in this room who has the biggest symbiosis with it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I didn't think any of us could have a story which related literally identically to
Suck
the
cut.
film or the suck cut.
She just got bored of having to like cut his hair every now and then, so sometimes she just pull the vacuum cleaner.
I want to know, how did she discover that the vacuum cleaner
fuck?
worked?
Is this abuse? I don't know. Is this abuse of the elderly?
No, he loved it.
I'm
He
gonna
loved it.
vacuum his
He
head.
loved it. He was always telling to
but
fuck
how-
off.
how do you figure that? How do you figure out it works? Do you know what I mean?
I
Yeah,
don't know,
like,
I
'cause
wasn't-
you'd assume-
I wasn't there at that moment.
Like,
I
I,
can't-
I hate to be blunt, but you'd assume it won't work. So when you
I
try
really want to
it,
see it though. Like, so basically, the picture I have in my head is like the granddad's there and he's like asleep on the sofa.
Oh, no.
Dan's mum comes past. She's hoovering the carpet, and she's got like some of that
Oh,
shag carpet.
This was the hose part. It's not the actual.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
I was
I'll-
gonna say
yeah,
I
we'll
was like,
get
is
to
it the
it.
hose or like just
Yeah, he's fucking the whole hoover on his head.
put the top of it on a Dyson?
So she's vacuuming away, and then like, there's a bit of a stain in like the shag carpet. So she gets
Yeah.
the pole bit out,
Yeah.
and she's going at it, and some of the fibres are coming out, and then she looks over and sees Granddad's
Oh
head.
my
And she's like, I might be able to, and just slowly pulls it over. And
Oh, this sounds like the start of a horror film. The sucker.
Or a
Mother
porn
sucker.
film.
Mother sucker. There you go. That's a good film. I'm gonna write a screenplay to that. I still need to write my screenplay for Grandpire. Did I ever tell you about Grandpire?
Grandpire.
don't think it's the
This
time
sounds
or the
great.
place, Tom.
I've
Too late.
started writing a playlist. A playlist? A what are they called? A storyboard or a screenplay, because I came up with an idea for a film in my dream, and it was about a granddad who's right on the cusp of death, and so he befriends a vampire.
Tom, you shouldn't say this on something that's going public before, because someone else will take it.
No, they won't. It's fine. I'm aware that my idea is on a genius scale.
No, they
you know.
won't. It's fine.
So
It's fine.
basically, like, because he's on death's door, he befriends a vampire, and the vampire, he says, like, I want to be turned into a vampire. So, because even though I'm on death's door, I want to live forever. I don't want to die. I'm scared of dying. So the vampire bites his neck and turns him into a vampire, and so he becomes Grandpire. He turns into a grandpa vampire, and literally the movie's just him going to a bar and having a good time, and like he plays Cluedo with a kid in the park, and he always plays it at night, and he realised the kid's an orphan, and they have like a friendship, and it has all this stuff about like old and young and Grandpire. Yeah, a bit of that, and it's Grandpire. It's gonna be fucking brilliant, mate. It's gonna change the world.
well,
I've got
when you
loads of
do
films
it,
though. I've
make
got
a game of
Grandpire.
it, and we'll do it. and
Yeah,
we'll
I've got
decide if your game's
Grandpire,
a cash
Lego
grab.
Mollusk, which I'm still doing, and now Mother Sucker.
Mother sucker.
Those are my three
When
films.
I heard
Awesome. So
Grandpire-
Wayne's World.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So
Wayne's
back
World.
to the actual
I'll
show,
talk to you
eh?
about it. I had an idea.
It's a Grandpire 2 because I thought of that.
He's got Grandpire 1 to 7
Yeah.
sorted.
I can't believe we're still on the first scene.
Right. How the fuck are we still on the first scene?
So basically,
Let's move quicker now.
Rob Lowe sees Wayne's World, sees the how much his girlfriend's enjoying it, and thinks, right, I can use this.
Yep.
Yep.
And sets off trying to buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my voice went mad. So he decides, right, we can make money out of these guys
Yes.
because
He's a blood-sucking leech. Basically.
that's exactly what he is. So then he goes to a meeting with the guy who owns Noah's Arcades.
Yes, which is an awesome name.
Great name. And he tries to pitch it to him for him to sponsor them. And at first the guy's not really having any of it, so they have to kind of inception the guy to make him think that it's his idea.
It was quite
Yeah,
clever,
yeah.
actually.
It was,
Yeah,
wasn't
they
it?
done a good
yeah.
job. It was good salesman like
It was,
work,
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
it? Because they were like, oh, you know, the guy's watching. He's like, well, these, you know, and it's like when I said when watching a film, there's two types of people in this film. There's the heavy rockers, stoners,
People that just want to have fun.
yeah, or there's the businessmen.
Types. Yeah.
That is literally the two
That
types.
is
in
it.
this
Yeah,
film.
yeah. The
So the
film is split in
businessman,
two.
he's like, well, no, I don't want to associate myself with these kind of people.
Yeah, yeah.
Blah blah blah. I don't want my brand associated. And then the other guy, the salesman's like, well, these are the people that come to your arcade.
Yes.
So this is the perfect place for you to
That's
say.
where the money is.
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
what our new game is. And
Yeah.
what was
Exactly.
that new game called?
Gelatinous.
It was something gelatinous.
Something gelatinous, something cube.
Yes, it
It
was.
was
cube.
about a gelatinous cube.
That's
Yeah.
it.
It had a
Yeah.
different name, but that's what it was about.
When you're getting to that point, like,
That eats
are those
Indian
your ideas?
chieftains. Is that what they said? He eats Indian chieftains.
I thought it was like a medieval town.
Oh, was it
like-
medieval? Sorry,
yeah.
I
I think
heard
they were just
chieftain.
chieftain.
And I was going to go on a rant
They could
about
be Indian.
American
They
Indians.
can be anything.
But no.
I don't think it was damn.
No, I was just
Well,
yeah.
what do you have to say about American Indians?
No,
You're
because
so sassy.
Yeah.
Why are you so sassy?
You're not letting him
today?
get away with anything.
no, I thought if they were like making a
Making
reference to like
Oh.
American Indians, but no, I got it wrong.
Different Wayne's World.
Wayne's World was not making any references.
Wayne's Wang.
I don't think it was. No.
No. Thank you for clearing that up for me.
So then, what happens next? Oh, then we get
It's
the infamous.
The very
car
famous
scene.
scene. Yeah, the perfect
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian
Is
Rhapsody
it Phil?
scene.
Phil's my favourite character.
Oh yeah, Phil. So
We are introduced to Phil here as well.
that
yeah.
that splits up the two kind of sections of Bohemian Rhapsody they listen to. So they listen to like first part of the song. They have the sing along, which is what everyone like. We don't even need to explain.
Isn't it
Everyone
amazing how
knows.
everyone knows the words Bohemian Rhapsody? It's like it's a really long song and it's quite
Yeah.
complicated, but everyone knows the
Yeah.
words.
It's straight. Well, I mean, obviously Wayne's World has a say in that. I think
I don't know. I think even before then, the
I think
reason
before then
they
it was
used
still
the
big.
the song was because it's just
Actually,
so well
no,
known.
yeah, good point. But it is like you say that when you think about Bohemian Rhapsody, you don't actually initially think of the music video. You think of Wayne's World. You know,
Unless
and
you
it's
haven't watched
true.
Wayne's World.
It's true. Unless you haven't watched Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, very good point. Very good point. But yeah, I mean, that goes for me as well. Like, I always think of Wayne's World in this scene. But yeah, so their initial kind of sing-along is interrupted where they see their friend Pete?
Phil.
Phil?
Oh, I was right.
Phil, yeah.
Phil.
Phil? Yeah, Phil just sitting on a bench. He's like, Phil, you partied out again. It's just like, literally, like, Phil is just like an alcoholic mess, basically, or a drug abuser. Phil is always having a rough time of it. So they pick up Phil, and then he joins along for the sing-along, and basically he just does the part where he goes, no, 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 no. That's basically all he does.
Yeah, he's like,
And
let
then
me
you got the
go.
headbang
Let me
scene.
go. Yeah. And then they have their famous
Yeah, at
headbanging
first I
scene.
thought he hated it, but then he really got into it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So then they're head banging along down the road to the drop. But it's quite an interesting bit of trivia on this,
Okay.
where basically the two lead guys, Mike Myers and what's his name, Dana Carvey,
Dana Carvey, yeah.
Dana Carvey, yeah. So Garth and Wayne.
they got severe neck pain. It says severe neck pain in their necks, from the head banging.
No way.
And apparently later on in the film, you can even tell because they try and move their heads less. because of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
How crazy
shit.
is that?
Another bit of trivia about that, actually. So you're the one who actually said it, Steph. That originally they were having trouble getting Bohemian Rhapsody. So it was
Yeah.
supposed to be a Guns N' Roses track.
Ah.
And Mike Myers was so adamant about it being Bohemian Rhapsody, he said, I'm going to quit the whole show if we don't get Bohemian Rhapsody.
He made a good call.
And obviously the film was released a few months after Freddie Mercury died. But before he died, Freddie Mercury saw the scene and absolutely loved it and gave him permission to use it.
Oh,
How amazing is that?
wow. That's
Yeah, that's
so
really
fucking
cool.
Yeah.
I knew there was something about it, but I didn't know the exact
Yeah.
what happened.
That's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's
It's
good,
it's
isn't
nice.
It?
It's nice when like the wheels of life just move effortlessly and things go well. You know.
But imagine it
I like
had been a Guns N' Roses track, you wouldn't have that scene. It would be...
Well, would yeah.
You'd
I
have
don't
to
think
see
it would be so different. It would
have the
definitely
same
wouldn't be the
impact.
same.
No, it
No.
wouldn't. It wouldn't work in the same way. So then, basically, their car journey, when they kind of finally pull up, they're basically just going to this restaurant, isn't it? It's like
Yeah, like a diner.
Yeah.
American
Yeah,
diner.
yeah.
Yeah.
typical American
But
diner.
There's one thing in this film that they do, Wayne and Garth, is they talk to the camera.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
breaking
They
of the
talk
fourth
to
wall.
you, yeah. But there's one point where when they're in this diner, they go in and they start talking to the guy who's running it,
Oh yeah.
and he gives off some really weird speech about how like he's like, oh, if you can murder a man in war, it's okay, but if you murder a man in the heat of passion, you're called a murderer. And then Wayne's like,
"Whoa, dude,
okay,
chill out."
let's take the camera away.
Yeah, it's like,
And he's
We're the ones allowed to do the fourth wall break.
yeah, it's,
But I really wanted to hear his story.
I don't know.
I think it's one of those times where you are naturally intrigued, but it's probably best you don't know.
Yeah,
He just strikes me as one of those kind of I eat Scotch eggs on a park bench.
He was
sort of
intense
thing,
as
you know?
well.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like, do you get what I mean?
yeah.
If you see a
I
man,
see what
if
you
you see
mean.
a man just like eating Scotch eggs by himself on a park bench, you don't fucking go near him and you don't talk to him.
No,
Because
that.
you may be intrigued because you think that guy's got a story to tell, and he probably does, but you just don't go near him. You know what I mean? It's like a dog that looks really pretty, and you want to stroke it, but you know that if you went there, it would bite your fucking hand off. You know? Like Lassie, but with shark's teeth.
Oh yeah,
There.
yeah. Lassie, Shark Lassie.
Yeah, that's got a hankering for a Scotch egg or two.
Yeah, and it's on his park bench.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I see what you mean.
Okay.
Makes perfect
That's
sense.
that's all I'm going to say. So no, don't let your intrigue fly, Dan. Don't talk to him.
Yeah, don't talk to him.
Stay away from him.
Plus, he's in the film.
So then,
Oh.
also in the diner, we're introduced to Stacey,
Oh,
who is
Stacey.
actually a really good character. I think she's
great.
Yeah,
and
she
she's
is.
also the evil villain from Men in Black 2.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh.
And you
Serena.
also meet Garth's intrigue. His
Oh,
love
Garth's
interest.
love
yeah.
interest. She works there, doesn't she? She's
yeah.
like, yeah. Who? Which you know what?
She
She literally
gorgeous.
blew by, and I didn't see much up.
You have that interesting
Had the
scene
fan
where
going.
he notices her, and you have this kind of like interlocking scene between the two of them, like a dreamscape sort of scene. And then the camera doesn't actually hit him, but the camera kind of zooms in fast, and Garth just kind of like flies off his seat for no reason.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
stuff like that which make Wayne's World so interesting, is because like it makes no sense. You
Yeah.
don't really get what happened. It kind of breaks the fourth wall, but it kind of doesn't. And then Garth's just like, sorry, fell off my seat. And,
Yeah,
and it doesn't really go into a joke, and it doesn't mean anything, but at the same time, it's kind of funny. Like,
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
means nothing.
That's,
Yeah.
that's what this film does so well. It's just
Yeah.
like 10-second little things that happen that
Yeah.
don't relate to anything else, but they're just funny.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so we're kind of introduced like Garth's interest, and let's be honest, who wouldn't be
Yeah,
interested?
she's gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful woman. But yeah, no, Stacey I thought was like a really interesting character from the get-go. So she's basically Wayne's obsessive ex, and they've been broken up for 2 months, and she's kind of like preemptly waiting in there for him with a massive present, gives it to him, and it's a gun rack. And he has this
Yeah.
whole speech about, why would I want a gun rack? I don't even own a gun. How can I facilitate using a gun rack if I don't even own a gun? Just like, well, I guess you don't like it then. No.
And he's like, yeah, she's like, if you carry on like this, you'll lose me. And he's like, I did lose you
Lose you
2 months ago.
I love the vocabulary he uses because it's always just ridiculous, and then every now and then it comes necessitate, facilitate.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then it's just
yeah.
like-
Goes
it's
from,
really
it goes from
simple,
like
but
bogus and radical to like necessitate and facilitate.
Speaking of his vocabulary, what were the lines that we were talking about that he kind of helped spread to the world?
Basically, Wayne's World popularized the terms "nut" and "that's what she said."
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Velly would love this movie.
Yeah.
Do we have to explain what Veli is now?
No.
What
I
Velly
think,
is.
I think Veli's just remain an enigma.
I don't even
Okay.
know what Veli
Should we
is.
just drop the
Yeah,
name?
we don't
should we
even
just
know what
drop?
Veli
Should we
is.
just drop the name in every now and again and never explain
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. We won't tell you what Veli is.
But yeah, no, like they're two sayings. But the thing is, I'd say the not thing
Nut.
was like it was quite big, and now everyone says it in a Borat accent, like you are right now.
Hmm.
Nut.
Because then Borat came out and he done it as well then, and everyone found it funny,
It's hilarious.
except me.
Stef,
fucking hate it.
I'm with you.
Don't
I'm with
get
you
it.
on that one.
It's
Oh,
so
it's
shit.
so
movie.
funny.
My brother loved it. Oh,
I
God.
don't get it.
I am a terrorist, not. It's
Anyway,
Uh,
moving on.
Okay, moving on. So that basically kind of finishes their thing at the diner. I think the waitress said something quite interesting though, and I think it's quite telling about their characters. So they have their little order. So they have they get their drinks, and like Garth has his single jam donut, that sort of thing.
Hmm.
And the waitress just says, "Don't you get bored of ordering the same thing every time?" And he's like, "No, why?" And they don't seem to get it. But I think that's
Yeah.
quite telling about their characters. Like,
They're happy to live in a day and day, and by like living
exactly.
day by day.
It's a bit like they're obviously doing their lives are quite like Groundhog Day in many ways.
Yeah.
They're happy
But
with
they
the
like it.
repetition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought that was quite telling. I thought it was quite telling. It was noteworthy. Definitely
Yeah.
noteworthy.
So then they go to the gasworks.
mhm.
Yeah.
was it straight afterwards?
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah, Gasworks.
They go to gasworks, which has a sign out front. That looks like Mad Max.
It does, yeah. It's like
like a sign on
sheet metal on
fire,
fire.
yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant. And the doorman is a cameo by Meatloaf.
Yeah. What a lad.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's the only other film I can think of he's been in other than Fight Club. Bob's got bitch tits.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bob's got
yeah.
bitch tits. His name was Robert Paulson.
Yes, and they go in here, and there's a band playing.
Yes.
A great
Um,
whaler.
Great Whaler, yeah. What is that?
Wait, was that their name?
No,
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 no.
that's just what Wayne says to her.
Yeah, you're a great whaler.
That's what he
Pretty weird.
said.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
said
because
when
she
he talks
wails.
Oh, I missed that one. I only picked up on the kung fu fighting thing.
Oh god.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, that was. So then Wayne goes through, and Garth's trying to get through. So Garth's like the as we said, he's like the kind of nerdier one
Yeah.
with social anxiety.
Yeah.
And then this big guy gets in his way. So then, at this point, Wayne's gone, and it's just Garth.
This is when they're on the dance floor. By the way, yeah.
And this is one of your favourite scenes, Tom. Although it goes differently to what you expected.
Because basically, well, I'll say what I remembered first, right? This is what I remember from a kid. So basically, initially, what happens is Garth goes up to this guy and says, "Excuse me," and the guy turns around and goes, "What?" And then he goes, "I'd like to get past, please." And the guy goes, "You're not getting past, you little dweeb," and chucks him on the floor. Right? I remember that clear as day. That no issue there, right? I remember then Garth going outside and going into the back of his car, or the trunk, as the Americans call it, and picking up like this kind of like strange like device, which is kind of like some sort of makeshift defibrillator thing.
Yeah.
So I'm still level pegging with the film at the moment. We're totally legit, right? Then what I remember happening is him going back in and saying, "Excuse me," again, which happens. The guy turns around and says, "What, you dweeb?" And in the film, Garth just zaps him and he goes flying across the room, and then Garth like super like does all this kind of like Ocelot with the gun spinning.
Yeah.
He does all this kind of like Ocelot fucking gun spinning, puts it back in a holster, and that's it. That's the end
And
of the
everyone
scene.
cheers.
Yeah. In my mind, what happened, right, is he put up the voltage so high, and it like literally like this shit was fucking buzzing out with electricity, and I don't know, like either he had two of them, and he crossed wires or something, or he touched him, and the jolt
Thinking
backfired.
Back to the Future.
No, yeah, or Red Dwarf.
No, I know what you're talking about with Legion.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, but it's not that. It's not that. But like, I thought like he went to touch him, or he like did it wrong, or he put the voltage up too high, and literally as he went to touch him, the thing just blew up, and Garth blows up. That was it. I just remember Garth blowing up.
Garth dies.
Although it doesn't make. No, I don't think he died. He was kind of like on the floor, in
comically
like, you know,
blown back.
Cardiac arrest.
No.
Yeah.
Comically blown back.
Yeah, like
cardiac arrest.
like hair sticking up in smoke sort of thing,
Yeah,
like in the cartoon.
little stars and little birds going
Yeah,
around his head.
that's what I remember, and that's why when we were watching it, I was like, guys, you can't be ready for this. This is the best fucking scene in the film, and nothing happened. I was like, oh shit, someone looks silly.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't die because obviously he has a drum solo later in the film.
He does.
No,
He's
he
also a main part of the film.
good point. That too.
That too.
So yeah, so I had a bit of different recollection of it.
Yeah, so
I
then,
liked it all the same.
So then Wayne gets to the bar. Then he turns around and finally looks at the band and realizes that he finds the lead singer really attractive.
Yes.
The bass player.
Yes. Yeah.
When you walk in a club and there's a band playing,
I knew you were going to bring
Right.
this up.
whenever you've gone to a club or a bar, wherever there's a band playing,
Yes.
as you walk in,
Yes.
you look at the band, don't you?
Yes, I agree with you. Yeah.
Always.
Well,
You look at the band.
No,
Well, the
you
thing is,
say
I
now.
always
You
say-
initially said you
I'll
look at the
listen.
Well,
women.
I'll hear him.
I get
and
you.
you said you look at
But
the
if
bar.
it's somewhere that
Yeah.
he's been a million times before, he goes there every time, he's not too interested in the band, he's just walking in, he's trying to find his friends, he wants to get a drink. He's not necessarily spent the whole time looking at the band. They're
the
on.
thing
No, I'm
is,
not saying the
you're-
whole time. I'm just saying when you
But
go
you're-
in, you
you're-
scan the
you-
bass, you scan the.
but
scan
you
the,
have to because
the
like
band.
it's where all the noise, all the lights, your eyes will automatically like science dictates your eyes will look there like first because
Yeah.
it's a stage. Do you know what I mean? Like
Oh,
that's
if
what
I
it's
if I
for.
want to go into a bar for a drink, I'll head to the bar first, don't I?
But he's not going there for a drink. He's
No,
going
he's
there
not.
for the music and
And
meeting
party
his friends.
time.
Party time.
yeah, it's party time. Excellent. Woo woo woo.
Maybe he did see her, but he was in the midst of the crowd and he hadn't got a clear shot.
A clear shot. I
So-
haven't got a
so-
clear
yeah.
shot.
So Wayne's a sniper, and he's
Yeah, we did. We watched like a bogus Chinese knockoff of Wayne's World. Wayne.
Don't.
stop.
Shit.
Yeah. So then this is when Wayne then decides that he's going to make this female singing bassist his wife.
Cassandra.
Yeah, Cassandra.
Cassandra.
She's
And by the way,
brilliant.
one of the taglines for this film is female bassist.
Is it?
Yeah, have a look at this.
Can I throw something out there?
She will be mine. She will be mine.
Yeah,
Yes.
here we go. Plot keywords: public access, basement, stupidity, female bassist.
Wow.
So true.
Well,
I mean, they're all right, but I'm not going to type in a film going female bassist.
Yeah, but she's an integral part of the movie. She is a female. She's a
It's
bassist.
a music.
Yeah, but it's a weird
based
tag.
could I throw
company, isn't it?
something out there though? I prefer Stacey over Cassandra.
She made me laugh more.
I
That's for
prefer
sure.
Garth's girl.
That's not a choice.
Why not? Why?
Because this is Wayne's.
Is that her there?
decision.
Dream Woman.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
Garth's girl.
Donna
Her
Dixon.
name is Dream Woman.
Donna Dixon.
Dick.
oh
Oh God.
Spent too much time with me.
I was going to say, Dan's
Oh,
referred to being
yeah.
a 4-year-old again. Do you laugh every time you go through Cockfosters as well, mate? Right, where were we?
So he sees her, realizes he loves her. Then she comes off stage, and there's this fight breaking up. Breaking
Fight
out on the
between, like,
dance floor.
Two guys. Yeah.
Between two stocky guys, and one of them spills drink on her, and she just goes fucking ape shit. Fucking
She doesn't
knocks
really.
one out, like,
she's
palm
really
to the
quite
nose.
composed.
Well, you actually like palm to the nose, like kills
No,
this guy.
she's quite
Murder
calm,
on the dance
but
floor.
then I agree. She does Chun-Li the shit out of them.
When you say quite calm, I'm
'cause she
sorry.
does
If
like a
anyone's
big
first
round-
reaction to that is
No,
put
'cause
this,
if-
put this
if-
guy out, like
Yeah.
he's done.
Yeah,
That's
a
not
break
calm.
his nose.
That is
Yeah.
a point. That is a point.
But like her facial expression's calm.
Oh yeah, which
Her
just
actions
which
are
makes
not.
her more scary.
She does like a kind
Yeah.
of
It's like the
a
monk
spinning
from
back kick as well.
Mean Machine, Jason Statham. He's like calm, but he'll kill you.
Like
Yes.
that, like the guy eating Scotch eggs.
Like the guy in Scotch.
He's,
Eggs.
he's
Yeah,
calm
yeah,
on first
yeah.
notice, but he will kill you.
Yeah.
See, it all relates back. I tell you. But so like, yeah, she does. I tell you, she does like an axe kick and a spinning kick and fucking palm someone in the nose and all this crap. And I mean, admittedly, like it is a bit off-putting because he only spilt a drink on her, and he didn't even get a chance to say sorry. She
And
fucking,
the other guy punched him into the drinks, which landed on her.
yeah.
So
I mean,
he didn't
she
like.
could have just stood there and been like, "What the fuck?" And then, for all she knows, he would have turned around and just been like, "Look, I'm so sorry. I'm just fighting this dickhead."
Let him
But
buy
we
you a
need
drink.
the character development. We need to know she was a strong, independent woman that would kick your ass.
That's true.
And it worked.
It does
Yeah,
work.
it
Yeah,
does
it does work. It does work. So yeah, so like she goes to the bar and she's right next to Wayne and she asks for like a couple of drinks or something and a towel to wipe herself down because she's all wet from the drink, as that's been spilt on her. And then Wayne obviously, sees his opportunity and sees a chance to speak to her, and he starts to. And I don't remember what he says initially.
Something like, "You're a good whaler."
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
It is. You're a good whaler.
Yeah. So I mean, he obviously is trying to compliment her singing by being kind of funky with it, but it doesn't really work. And she's obviously already on the back foot a bit with this guy, and she's like, "Who is this kid?"
No, she's quite aloof
Oh
with
no,
most
she
people,
says,
isn't
"I recognise you from Wayne's World."
Yeah.
She does recognise
Yeah,
him.
so she does reckon. He
Yeah.
goes around his Wayne's World hat all the time as well. So if you
It's a
can't
point.
place him, it's
Yeah.
quite obvious. To
we
place
should we
him.
should wear cash grab like fisherman's hats, like the Chinese fisherman hats. The nets hanging
I
down
don't
them
know.
in big bowls.
Is that a cash grab itself?
Oh no. We should wear beekeeper suits, but paint them blue and put a cow on them. Just have cash grab beekeeper suits and wear them everywhere, especially formal events.
I'm
like
going to
funerals.
say, no.
Dan
Yes.
drops the mic and says he doesn't want to be a part of this anymore. Adam's also gone, and I'm trying to get Tom out of my house.
Tom's blocking me. So, I'm down. I'm down. But anyway, so
Anyway,
she
so,
recognises Wayne and like she kind of like points it out, and he doesn't really know what to do. He's then on the back foot because he's a bit nervous, and so he kind of basically just says, like, "Oh yeah, I got all of that kung fu fighting," and then instantly feels bad about it because. And
No,
look,
he looked like he felt really happy with himself.
No,
I
it looked
thought-
like
yeah.
he was like realised he'd said something wrong. Because
well, he had
It was
said
actually
something
a
wrong
mixture
because
of
she
the
is
two.
'Cause she's Asian.
Oh, okay, I can
So-
see why. But it looked like that was one of his like moments to the camera where he went, "I made a really good joke."
Yeah, like, I couldn't tell if it was that or it was I fucked up.
No,
I
I
got
feel
it as
like
a
I
real
got it as I
fucked
fucked up.
Yeah.
Now you
Yeah.
said it.
Because
Because then,
I'll
because
believe
her
it did
reaction
come
after
across as
that,
racist,
because
to
her
be
reaction
honest.
after that was kind of like
Ah.
subdued, like what a dick.
Okay,
sort
I
of
want to watch
thing.
that again then.
Yeah.
But then she
Yeah,
does. She
that's-
does
that's
then
a look
invite
Tom
him
gives
to
us quite a lot.
her gig.
I don't.
When you realise you fucked up by
Oh,
saying
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I talk before I think. That's my problem.
So yeah, but so then she then invites him
Just do
to
it all the time.
to her loft, which sounds
Yes.
good. But I think it's just a gig.
Yes.
And then what? And then that's it. Then we're over We're back with.
No,
Wayne.
we had they have a quick meeting with what's his name? The guy that's trying to buy them.
Oh, I meant
Rob-
that's it
Rob
for
Lowe?
the. I meant that's it for the
right, that's it
gasworks.
for the gasworks.
Yeah,
the
that's it
gasworks.
for the gasworks. Well, next it's like the next day, and they pull up at the mechanics, which we find out is where Phil
works.
Phil works there, and this is the first time you see Phil lucid. So basically, Phil's kind of recounting the night to Wayne and saying, "Oh, there's this hot chick, lead singer of this band. She was so hot," and he's like, "Yeah, Phil, we were there together." He was like, "Oh man, Wayne, you should have seen her, man. It was absolutely amazing." Man, he's like, "Yes, Phil, I was there too," and he's just going on and on and on and on, and then Garth fucks up a car basically with a pneumatic drill or something.
No,
wasn't
it's one of those
tire changes.
air. Yeah, it's like a air.
Bevel.
Nut.
I feel like the more I go, the more people will know what it is.
Everyone,
Everyone knows
Uh,
it. Think of Formula One. And
It's
think
like a compressed. It's like compressed air.
Ratchet. No.
Clank.
Spanner, hammer.
It's a compressed air spanner ratchet hammer.
I like it. So he fucks up a car with one of those.
Yeah,
By the way, none of us are engineers.
No,
Just in case. Or car
Steph's the
mechanics.
closest thing.
I'm the closest thing. Yeah,
What's the real name for it, Steph?
compressed air ratchet hammer spanner.
Pressed ratchet hammer spanner. Oh my god! I
But yeah,
hope.
so he-
You know what I hope? I hope there's not a survival situation where literally the only thing that could save us is a compressed air hammer spanner, but we've got very limited time. You're like, quick, Tom, hand me the compressed air hammer. And we're just like, damn! If only it was just called a chuck or something
Yeah.
like that. So I hope that never ever happens, and it probably never.
We'll
will.
find
We'll
out.
find out one day. We'll just give up because we know what the outcome will be. But anyway, so they have like I don't know why they're there initially at the place at the mechanic's place, but they're talking to Phil. They have a recap of the night. Blah blah blah. A couple of funny things happen with Garth fucking up the car and Garth being socially awkward. There's a lot of disjointed scenes from then on out as well. Oh, also Wayne says at that time as well. Phil says, "Are you going to marry that girl?" And he says, "Phil, that's totally never going to happen because marriage is punishment in some countries for shoplifting." And I thought that was a really interesting
Very
thing.
very
A very
strange
random,
thing to say.
very interesting thing to say. But that's about all I remember from that scene. It all seems a bit like... In fact, you know
It
what I was
all
saying
quite
earlier about...
disjointed.
You know what I was saying earlier about it being disjointed? It's actually right after that scene I've written in the notes. That the scenes in many cases are quite nonsensical and disjointed, but it somehow works to the benefit of the film and its humour. So there
Yes.
are kind of
Yeah.
like a lot of disjointed scenes here and there, and obviously we have Rob Lowe coming into the garage and coming into an episode of Wayne's World, and
Basically offering them a contract.
yeah, which is at the bar, which I'm very envious of Garth's drink, by the way, and I want to know what the fuck that drink is.
Yeah.
It's a fishbowl, isn't it? It's like a big fishbowl cocktail.
Can you get them?
Yeah, of course you
Yeah.
can.
Again.
Yeah, you can get
Where
them
from?
loads of places.
Any bar.
Really?
I got a massive one at Maxwell's in Covent Garden.
I got one in Covent Garden. Well, no, not Maxwell's though. Roundhouse.
Roundhouse.
No,
It's in
not Roundhouse.
Camden.
Roadhouse.
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 That's a film.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse, I
Roadhouse.
think.
Roadhouse.
Somewhere in Covent Garden.
Yeah. There you go, mate. Go to Covent Garden and get a massive cocktail.
I want to have one like tonight.
Then make your own.
No, that's boring. I want to have one like tonight. I'm going to have one tonight.
Right. So then, this is where they hand over the contract, and he offers them $5,000 each to
Yes.
like kind of sell Wayne's World.
Yes.
But I don't. And then Wayne.
No, not to sell, just for them to do it.
Is it though?
Well, we don't
They
actually
don't-
know what
they
we
don't
get-
read
we
the
don't- we
small
don't
print.
know yet.
We don't really know what the
Yeah.
contract
Because
says.
Wayne
Yes.
clearly doesn't read the contract either.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Garth's just pissing about with the camera.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
he's
saying-
talking about the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, he's saying like, this doesn't feel right, and then he kind of goes in off topic.
Yes.
well, this
God,
is
could
what
you
I found
imagine if someone
interest-
just kept going off topic when you're trying to listen to him?
Oh, hard work, wouldn't it? It'd be
God, yeah.
fucking hard work.
What I found interesting is, obviously, because I haven't watched the movie before,
Mm.
is that Rob Lowe and his character, that he seems like an alright character up to this point. So it depends on what happens afterwards if he becomes
He
He doesn't seem like an alright
He
character.
seems
He's a
sketchy as
suit.
fuck.
No,
Did he? I thought he seemed alright.
No, he's a suit.
Nah,
he
he's
conned that
sketchy.
guy
Yeah,
into.
there's-
He's a suit. Are we living in a 1950s gangster? He's a suit, see?
Also,
he seemed like quite savvy and smart, which can be dangerous. But he was
Very.
quite upfront about what he wants, and
No,
he was,
because he was pretending to
wasn't.
be
he was
from
he
the
was a
station.
manipulator,
He was pretending to be from the station. That's why they were saying, "Oh, you can't take us off air."
and he was like,
Stuff.
I've watched all your shows. I love your show.
Yeah,
and
he's like, I've
he'd
got
only
tapes
seen-
of all
he'd
of
only
them.
I'm
seen
very
it
sure
the
he's going to
other
be the
night.
villain of the movie.
He is.
Thank you. But up until that
You're welcome.
moment, there is a debate there. So that's what I like. They didn't make
The
it
fact
like
that you
Okay.
thought he wasn't a bad guy shows you how convincing a manipulator he is.
also his suit's too big for him. He looks like an idiot.
His suit is too big for him.
Just the style
It
of
is
that
true.
at the time.
It is true.
But yeah, that's
Pretty
that's
much where we got to,
that's
yeah.
about it with the film,
We
isn't
saw
it?
like a little bit of them at the loft.
We've
which
got to
is the
mention
gig.
that part with Stacey again.
Oh, that is funny where Wayne's floating
that
across
made
the
me-
floor.
Yeah, that was great.
Hey, Wayne. Wayne.
It was the music.
Bye, Wayne.
It was the music that came in.
Yeah.
It
It
had
was
that
the psycho. Do, do,
Yeah.
do, music.
The
His
fact
face
that
as well.
He was looking at the whaler, and
Cassandra.
then as he's floating by, that beautiful like dream girl music is on. It's like, and then he's like, "Hi, Wayne," and then you just see him like look away. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh God!"
Yeah.
It was. Oh, that
That scene is great. This film is bloody
It is
hilarious.
brilliant.
It's
Yes.
so good.
Yes, and I suppose on that note, because that is about where our half an hour ended, so
yeah,
it's a good time to say, would we continue watching?
100%.
of
Yes.
course.
Yes.
Definitely, I'm gonna go home and watch it.
There we go. We're unanimous.
Beautiful. I did finish off Finding Nemo.
You did?
Yeah.
Wait, what,
Oh,
the game or the film?
The movie.
Oh, fuck, not the game, the film.
Had you never seen the movie before?
Yeah, I had
Of
that.
course,
Yeah, believe it or not, I have.
Just saying. Wondering. I wasn't here for that episode. I don't know.
So yeah. So we don't watch the movie. Continue watching the movie.
Yes, we definitely would.
Definitely.
We definitely would. And so then we quickly moved on to Wayne's World, the video game for the Super Nintendo.
So yeah, we played the SNES version.
yes, and so,
So-
there's one for the Mega Drive as well, and
Yeah, so the game came out on Game Boy, NES, Sega Mega Drive / Genesis, Super NES, and DOS. So it
the
came
thing
out
is
on
they
PC.
came out at, like the Game
Um,
Boy and the Mega Drive came out at different times.
So obviously yeah, it all came out at different times. Well, they all came
Yeah.
out in 1993.
okay, but they're just like months
Um,
months different basically.
Yeah, so Grey Matter Inc.
Is the developer?
They done the SNES Mega Drive versions.
Yep.
And Radical done Game Boy and NES, and
Yes.
they were all published by THQ.
Yes.
Yeah, so this game came out in 1993, so a year after the film.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Almost exactly a year. It was April, wasn't it?
yes.
Yes. So nearly exactly a year after the film released, and this is all North American time, by the way. This isn't Europe.
Yeah.
Or
Just-
elsewhere.
Just out of curiosity, when did Wayne's World 2 come out? The
Wayne's
movie?
World 2.
That might be a very good question.
1993. Ooh.
I see.
Oh,
Dan. Throwing a spanner in the works already. Well, let's carry on. We'll get back to that.
Okay. So the game, right? It starts with like opening cinematics. Steph
That
is
went on for way too long.
yeah.
I went on
Steph's
for
kind
ages.
of gesturing, putting a gun to his forehead.
Guess what this game's gonna be like?
So the opening cinematics are basically pixelated stills of the Wayne's World movie, and like basically, it's just him and Garth in the basement doing the Wayne's World show, and they're basically just talking absolute shit.
Yes.
And they've got their list of like the 10 worst video games they've played this week.
It was quite
and
true
all
to
that
the
stuff.
movie.
I mean,
They even had the
yeah.
extreme close-up.
Yes, which actually wasn't too bad. I mean,
Yeah,
it could have been
I
a lot
enjoyed,
worse.
I enjoyed.
I'd say the opening segment was pretty good because they were
It's-
talking
yeah,
about
I
Noah's
thought it was pretty
Arcade.
good,
And that's
yeah.
like, you know,
It's-
I
yeah.
thought
Yeah, it was just a
the
bit on the
opening
long
was pretty
side,
good.
but it was true to everything else. And
But you
Yeah.
know what? I much prefer that than some of the
oh yeah,
like,
drop you in there. And
yeah, like
no story
True.
at all.
Back to the Future or what was it, Gremlins? It kind of just drops you in. It doesn't really give you any
They were a different
background.
era though.
Yeah,
They may not have
yeah,
had
I
like the
get it,
memory or
yeah.
capacity to do a lot of backstory.
that's true.
Because they were both NES, I think. Or
So, yeah.
Gremlins was even earlier, wasn't it? Gremlins was like
Well,
fucking-
Gremlins was Atari 5200.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking hell. So No, I mean different times, but at the same time, I get what you mean. At least it has some sense of a backstory, at least. But like from what I can tell, from what they were talking about, because most of it wasn't really attributed to the game at all. It was just kind of like banter, like they would do on the show on Wayne's World, which in its way is quite good. But basically, from what I can tell, Wayne and Garth have somehow, and they don't seem to justify this, they've somehow just been sucked into a video game, and that is the plot.
Yeah, so yeah, that's basically it. They're playing
is it,
they're playing a
isn't it?
game and it kind of freaks out and then bang, they're in it.
Yes.
That's the plot of the
And
game.
that is it. So then after like basically that's revealed to you, you're instantly thrown into the game.
So it's a
And-
Instantly thrown into hell.
it's a 2D like side scrolling adventure
Platformer.
Yeah,
Platformer.
and Wayne's head is massive.
Yeah.
Which he makes a reference to in the opening.
He says it's the size of the Murphmobile,
Yeah.
which is Garth's car, which is a fucking awesome car.
It
We
is an
didn't
awesome
we didn't
car.
get
Didn't
onto
talk
that,
about
did
his
we?
awesome car.
No, we all love it, and we're all going to buy one. We're all going to drive it.
Get that
We're all
stupid
going to
little
drive
flame
them
on the
into
side.
each other at the same time.
That'd be good use of money.
Yeah, like the Joker, you know, and he gets all the money and then he just burns his half.
Just burns it. Well, he doesn't even burn his half, does he? He burns
All of it.
Oh yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
That's what I'd do. But it'd be a car. Quick, it's gonna blow.
Pass me that that tool.
Oh shit, what was it
I
called?
can't compress the hair.
I know. You just gave up. You were like, pass me that.
See, you see, look, this is what I mean. That scenario actually came up. We're locked in a warehouse, and the only thing that could get us out from this exploding car was the tool. And now you're like, quick, hand me the tool. And I'm like,
What tool?
which one,
Compressor Hammer
Stef?
Club.
Yeah. So basically, you start off and you're Wayne, and you've got a guitar
Yes.
Yeah.
permanently attached to you.
Alright,
Yes.
Good so far.
You can jump, and you can fire.
Sound
when
waves?
you fire sound waves out of your guitar. That's
Yes.
your attack.
Yes.
So
And that's about it. It's like you were saying, like ducking is relatively irrelevant.
ducking is completely
Relatively
pointless because all your enemies are too low to if you duck, you don't duck underneath them.
No, so they'll just hit you
Um,
anyway.
So your enemy. So it's like a music shop backstage. I couldn't really
Well,
work out what
it's
was.
weird because it's got
Yeah.
all like the voltage and there's like loads of different like CPU units, but then
Yes.
there's also amplifiers
Mm.
and
So it's like you're in a
speakers.
computer game, but it's also like you're actually inside like the arcade machine,
Yes.
but then you're also backstage at a music concert
Yeah.
because you've got the lights, like the actual like the massive stage lights.
I mean, it
And you-
doesn't it doesn't kind of inspire the imagination too much. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, like I couldn't work out where we were supposed to be.
If only
So,
we could
I
have
mean,
got
like,
to the
from-
second
like, it's
level.
like-
Yeah, if we could have got to the second level, it would have been
Yeah, maybe would have
probably
been
would have
really
been
like,
better.
pleasantly surprised. But like from what I can tell, the enemies, obviously all the enemies at least in this level were all musical instruments. So we had the bagpipes, we had the fucking kazoos,
Oh, the kazoos.
fucking
had a-
kazoos.
We had an accordion.
There are
there's
drum
that.
kit.
There's a horn,
It was that
Yeah.
no, they're like those mini accordions. Aren't
Yeah, the
they?
mini
I forgot
accordions,
what
yeah.
they're called.
accordions.
Oh, no, they've got a different name.
Small accordions.
What are they called?
Accordion.
It's like it's in Formula One. They have that
Pygmy
effect,
accordion.
You know where things.
We need to stop talking about things in Formula One because
It's how I. It's how,
that's where that tool is as well.
Oh yeah! Oh shit! What's that tool called? Oh fuck's sake! All right, let's get off it. But yeah, there's one of those things, and then there was like the big band thing. You know, it's like the big drum, and it had the cymbals on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a big band thing.
Like a one-man band.
One
Yeah.
man band.
Yeah, a
thing,
horn playing the band as well. Some
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Chimera
So we said
sort of
bagpipes,
creature.
didn't we?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Did you see?
Yeah, we didn't get to see much because,
And a lot
like
of
I say,
electric,
first
a lot
level we only
of
got to.
electricity.
Yeah, and
Oh, there's
also
a lot of just-
electricity between.
But like you know how like when you're playing Sonic,
Yes.
you'll be running along and then like you won't jump and you'll fucking hit some spikes because they're placed there because they know like you'll jump
That's
off
where you're
something
gonna land,
and you'll land
yeah.
on spikes because they know that's where you're gonna land.
Yep.
So you have to stop yourself from doing it.
Pre-programmed, yeah.
That's what this was like, but to the point where I'm not enjoying myself. So I find it annoying that I've hit something.
But the difference is, the biggest difference is, Sonic is very responsive and very well programmed, whilst Wayne's World, the controls are insanely unresponsive, and so any sort of like adjustments or reactions that you have to make in game are usually quite fucking irrelevant because there's a delay on just about everything you do.
Yes.
So the controls mean that like that dynamic that works in Sonic, where you can adjust yourself quickly and that means the game kind of continues to flow at a good pace and feel natural. That just doesn't fucking work in
Doesn't
Wayne's
happen
World.
here, no.
You're
You
just
try and-
destined to fail.
Like, you try and jump, and you float, and it's the most irritating thing.
yeah.
When I took the controller over, I mean, I'd just been playing Crash Bandicoot the other day. Platinum number 3.
Fucking hell, 3 was my favourite.
Yeah.
Warped, right?
Yeah, I've just got.
It was my favourite as well,
Loved
just
it.
but I
got-
don't really play 1 and 2.
I've just
Did
got
you
the
not?
first Crash to platinum now.
Yeah.
I never played 2 actually. Only 1 and 3. How weird's that?
Anyway, sorry, Dad. You've platinum 2 and 3.
Yeah. But I mean,
Well done.
the platforming.
Yeah, congratulations on
Thank
your
you.
winning of a platinum trophy.
Thank you. The platforming there is so precise and it's frustrating, but there's a level of like satisfaction when you know, okay, I've done it. All right, that was really hard and a bit bullshit.
Yeah.
when you fail at the most ridiculous reason or thing
Yeah,
that
yeah.
comes your way. But here, it was sort of like as soon as I took the control, I went, okay, I've been doing this like the other day. I should know what to do.
Yeah.
And there's an element there of like, all right, you've got to make sure you're holding down X to get the extra height, and you've got to hold
Yeah.
right to get the extra distance. But because of the floating mechanic of it, it was uncontrollable.
But that's another thing as well, is that like games like Crash Bandicoot, Sonic, these like really sturdy, like famous platformers, like you want to challenge yourself and continue and go through the hard bits because there's always a clear aim. There's always something clear to get and something, more to be achieved. Especially in Crash Bandicoot with like collectibles and kind of like completionists
Yeah.
and all that sort of stuff. But there's not even a reason for you being in
Yeah,
that
there's
video game.
no
Like,
clear aim to
no,
it. Or
there's
even
no
like
direction.
direction.
Yeah, we
There's
didn't even
no
know where we were
nothing.
going.
oh,
Yeah.
those collectibles, what were they about?
So you had a collectible which was like an up, a thumbs up.
The thumbs up was your hit point. So if you
Oh, right.
if you collected that, you could get hit.
Okay.
The up arrow,
Yeah.
was that the special move that we then worked
the
out
blue?
ages
The
later?
big blue?
Yeah, the big
that
blue.
kills all of your enemies in one.
Okay. So they're not even related to kind of finishing the level. They are literally just
No.
power ups and stuff like that.
That's what it
Yeah,
seemed
there
like.
was a blue wave thing as well that you got, and
Oh, that
God
just
knows.
changed the thing, didn't
Your,
it?
The thing
the
that you'll
sound wave you
shoot.
fire.
Yeah.
Oh, did it?
So
Ah,
we should
yeah.
probably say now we played it for like 20 minutes and
Yeah.
we couldn't get past the first level
game over.
No.
and we gave up.
Well, I mean,
So-
I didn't have a go, and Steph was like, "Do you want to have a go?" And I was like, "No,
No.
no, we'll leave it at 20
I mean,
minutes."
it wasn't great. And I played this in my childhood, and I actually loved this game when I was little.
Yeah.
Now, not so much. But I think it was just because of the whole there's the different like catchphrases that he says, like swing and all the rest
Yeah,
of it.
he does the catchphrase, but I feel like they're just kind of put in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are.
I-
but I loved that when I
thought-
was young.
thought
Yeah,
yeah.
but now-
I can see
I
as
can
a
understand
novelty,
that,
as a novelty piece, that could really appeal to you when you're a kid.
but now
Yeah,
it's just thrown in. Like, so when you collect one of the collectible things, you freeze in midair and he says like awesome,
Excellent.
excellent, or whatever.
yeah.
Which is fine until you jump. There's a bit where you've got like 3 amplifiers all firing electricity at each other, and you're trying to jump across them. And then in the middle one, you can get a collectible. So it's quite precise platforming when you're floating around. So it's fucking irritating. And then you collect a thing, and you're holding down the button because you're trying to keep them going.
Yeah.
And then you let go because you're floating. And then you stop floating, and then you drop into electricity. And it's just like, it's so, for fuck's sake, can you not like? Can you make this a little bit
The words
easier?
destined for failure
Yeah.
come to mind.
It's just straight away.
Or maybe what are they trying to do in the game is what the dude was talking about in the movie. You know who's saying that you can't actually get to the next level on his games in his arcade, so kids just keep putting in quarters and they keep playing.
Oh,
That's what
my
he's doing. They're just
fucking
mind fucking you. You
shit.
can't
I'm
get to
afraid-
level 2.
Wait, you said you played this. Did you ever get to level 2?
I can't remember ever seeing anything
I
other
did
than
see
that.
something about Garth, so you must be able to
Oh
find Garth.
my! I think you've just sussed it.
I just nailed it,
That
bro.
cannot be.
If
I
that's
guess
But wait,
true,
no,
that's
that
genius.
makes sense on 2 levels, because then you're breaking the 4th wall of life, much like they do in the movie, constantly breaking the 4th wall. You're breaking the 4th wall between a real life video game that you're playing and something which exists within a movie.
God.
Oh my god!
Um,
it's like uncovering who
I don't know.
really did 9/11,
Adam
but
might-
more important.
Adam might actually be on something here, because on the Wikipedia page, It says in the NES and Game Boy games,
Gay
the
boy.
player controls.
I swear you said gay boy.
Did I say Game Boy
I
games?
really think you said gay boy.
He doesn't like Game Boy.
I always wanted a gay boy.
Yeah. I'll start again. In the NES and Game Boy games, the player controls both Wayne and Garth in different levels.
Oh.
However, in the Super NES version, the Super NES version had only Wayne as a playable character. So
How does
well, because Garth isn't in it.
where is Garth?
He's not in this game.
He's taken
Because you
hostage.
can't get to
'Cause
level
you
2.
can't get to level 2.
Oh!
Man,
We just
I'm-
got people commenting. Of course, you can get to level.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like,
everyone else
yeah,
has
if,
got
if
to
you're
level
good at
2.
this game, you can fucking do it.
Oh my god! No,
Could you
I
imagine
no,
if that's how
I
people
think
reason
I think
themselves?
you're onto something. I think you've got it. I think we've uncovered a conspiracy.
It's a good,
And I you
it's
know
a
what
good
I
excuse not to
I
have
think
got
we're the world
there.
first. I think this is going to. I think this is going to what.
You heard it here first. We
This
broke
is what
this shit.
secures us as like world famous podcasters.
But the thing is,
we could be
it's
like
so
private
easy to debunk
investigators
this.
now.
It's
Why?
too easy to debunk this. All you need to do is play the game and get to level 2, and we debunked us.
Yeah, but what you do
you
when
imagine
no
if-
one
no,
will
no,
fucking
no,
do
no,
it
no.
because it's
but
so
what you
bad.
do will be like typical conspiracy theories. What you do when people literally just like show you all the evidence which proves you're wrong, you literally bury your head in the sand. And I mean literally. You dig a pit, put your head in it, and scream. And scream to yourself. Have you ever screamed under sand before? It sounds really weird.
No, mate, I
getting a bit
I
real.
can honestly say I
It
haven't.
sounds a little bit like screaming underwater, but more horrific.
This is getting a
Because screaming
bit
underwater
real,
just
Tom.
sounds funny.
It feels like this is something you've done
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, let's-
Yeah,
let's-
but I think like we should just do that. So if people prove us wrong, we can just comment on their like video or something like asterisk buries head in sand asterisk. And
We could take a
that'll
video.
suss it.
I could take a video of you burying your head in the sand.
That's
and
a good
then I could
idea.
just post it.
You see, that's a good idea. You see, this is good. This
So,
is a
teamwork.
good dynamic we have here as a podcast.
Yeah,
We're a
you do
team.
the work, and I'll.
There's, there's no I in team.
I can confirm there are more than one level.
Shit. Dan,
No,
get the camera. Is there really? Is there more than 2 levels?
Level 3.
Is there more than 3 levels?
Jump down and kill a new enemy, a violin. I'm reading it all. So it sounds like more of the.
Here's
fucking
a
same.
question to you.
We got
Even
a boss
if-
battle. We got a boss battle.
Is it Garth? Dark
Go on,
Garth?
go on, Ad. I'll read ahead.
So my question to you is, even if you could get to level 2,
Yeah. Would you want to?
would you want to? Yeah.
No.
Would you continue
Did
playing?
you just hear there's a violin as an enemy?
What's the boss?
a machine-like enemy.
Great.
Perfect.
So basically,
Uh,
that tool we can't think of.
Yeah.
It's a machine of some sort.
So
Then
it's a
there's
wheel nut
Act
gun.
2. Then there's
Hang
Act
on.
2,
The kitchen.
the kitchen.
So you're telling me those first
2.
4 levels and the
And-
boss battle are all in
so,
that place?
So this game is
Shit.
terrible.
Yeah.
It's fucking dire. But someone's gone out and wrote a walkthrough for it.
There's a walkthrough for every
And the
game.
person who's wrote the walkthrough for it, I agree, because people get paid to write them. But
Really?
the person who has done this has put Act 2, the kitchen, level 4. All right, finally a nice new setting. So he's
Yeah.
sick of it as well.
It's been the same
God, if you're writing that
fucking
in your
setting
walkthrough.
for like 4 levels.
Most of the enemies in this act are food or drink themed.
Oh, fuck my arse.
The main, oh my god,
I mean, I meant life.
Sorry, we were just doing something in the corner.
the main, the main obstacles
That
are the
wasn't what the
numerous
camera was for.
stoves. So you just have to jump over stoves.
Fuck's sake. I'm
Great.
pissed off.
There
This is
must be a
shit.
level in the garage, in the mechanic.
Act 3 is the gasworks.
Okay.
Of course.
Is this where you have to snipe a Cassandra and then you win?
I was going to say garage and then garage came
So
out.
it seems like there's actually quite a lot to it.
Garage.
We just can't get there.
There's nothing to it.
As
Adam.
in-
it's the same shit over and over again with a different colour.
You ready for this? So the boss of the gasworks, right? The boss will then appear. His name is Elvis. He has no place in a game based on an early 90s movie, but whatever.
I love this guy.
Act 4, Psychotic Suburbia.
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ.
Final boss. Right,
Who's
what's
the
the
final
final
boss?
Is it Rob Lowe? Someone from
Oh,
that.
And kill the hockey dude that comes at you. Okay,
Hockey
no,
dude?
hold on. Follow the path. Until
Like the restaurant. the
Gela-
diner.
gelatinous cube.
Which is Xantar, the gelatinous cube.
Yeah.
That's what it was
of
called. Xantar the
course.
gelatinous cube.
Bet you never saw that coming, sarcastic face.
I just
Well,
remember
in
what
fairness,
actually
I
happened
did.
at the beginning. You saved Garth because he's been taken hostage.
He has Garth inside of him in somewhat Han Solo state. Okay.
Okay. A game of epic
So
proportions.
right, so okay. So basically, the game continues on a level of shitness.
This guy reckons it would take a couple of hours to complete this game. 20
20
minutes and we
minutes?
can complete stage 1.
Couldn't do fuck all. Jesus Christ.
This guy's hardcore.
Right. Well,
So
look,
what do we think? Okay. Good game. Brilliant game.
well,
Amazing
I've-
game.
I've still got a load of notes.
I'd say yes.
Keep going.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to talk about the animations, right?
Well,
Oh yeah.
Because
the
you were
animations
you
are
were
interesting.
talking earlier, Adam, about games that released at the same time. So in 1993, we also had like Mortal Kombat 2. We had Super Street Fighter 2. We had
Aladdin, wasn't it?
Aladdin.
Aladdin.
We had all of these fucking games, right? And let's be honest, a load of those games have amazing animations, especially Street Fighter 2 and like Aladdin.
Aladdin's
for the time.
good, yeah.
You know, they're beautiful animations. This game, not so much, I would say. Especially like the backgrounds and stuff.
no.
They look fucking
pretty
horrible,
piss
don't
poor,
they?
wasn't it?
Looks pretty bad, to be honest.
I mean, his sprite animation is interesting because it made me.
it's not
it made me
badly
giggle.
animated. Like when you knock into walls and
I
stuff.
think it looks
kind of
shit.
moves.
He's like,
but it does.
it looks
look
like he's got
bad.
massive front teeth that are always sticking out.
It's
It
when
looks
you
like a
stop.
half donkey man.
It's
He
when you
looks
stop
like
and he has
Gilly
to look
from
at,
Game
he
of
looks straight at
Thrones.
you.
Yeah, she's
so fucking cute.
Who?
Gilly.
Gilly.
You haven't
seen
watched Game of Thrones?
No,
She's
no,
in
I'm just-
Skins.
Just starting it now.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd watch Skins.
I don't know
for
her character,
Oh,
but-
she's so fucking cute. I love Gilly. So I like Wayne.
The animations did make me giggle sometimes. Like when he stops, he has to look straight at the
Yeah,
camera.
he looks straight at the camera.
Or when he
Yeah.
ducks down, it looks like he's taking a shit.
That's quite a lot, actually.
And I mean, I got very tired because we died so many times of we're not worthy. We're not
Yeah, I
worthy.
mean,
When he
I
does that.
get it's trying to play off like the tropes
Yeah,
and stuff
but
of
it
the
did
film,
get a bit.
but also it's like you were saying earlier
Good
about
laugh.
like the
single laugh.
yeah, like all the kind of like stuff he says like excellent and all that sort of stuff. It seems like it's so badly put in, like it's like
yeah, it's just shoved in
it
there.
doesn't
It's
sound.
not like
The thing is, even though it's a catchphrase, it doesn't sound anything like Wayne.
it hasn't been. No, it's like excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
it's
It's
like,
what the fuck
fuck's
is that? It's like heavily compressed and like the bit rate's
It's
been dropped.
bad.
Why,
Yeah.
why did the accordion or whatever it was called make the same noise as well? Because you killed it and it went excellent.
Yeah, it's like excellent.
Fair enough.
yeah. What was that?
I don't know. Tell me,
Sorry,
you're freaking out.
Don't worry, I'm checking something. I have to find out what that mini accordion's called. 'Cause it's
Alexa.
not-
Okay.
and it's the same thing that they do in Formula One, where the cars, as they go around corners, they catch up.
Yeah, I know.
And it's,
I know.
and it's called a something effect.
Cortina.
Cortina. Wait,
Cortina. Is it?
that's a car, Ford Cortina. Hang on, little accordion.
Cortina
Isn't it a
effect?
Cortina effect?
Cortana.
I keep wanting to say credenza, but that's not even a fucking word. I
No,
don't think.
then
I've never
That's
heard
like
of that.
that's like. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of a veranda and something else had a baby. Little accordion. Little Acorns preschool. I won't search that because then I will be in trouble.
Oh dear.
Well, whilst Tom's searching this up, should I give you some reviews from the game?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes,
please
do it, Steph, please.
Now, I can't find any.
Concertina.
Concertina, that's it.
Concertina,
There
and
we
it's called a
go.
concertina effect.
Now Google what the tool is they use to remove tires. in
It's a
Formula One.
wheel nut
Okay.
gun.
Wheel nut gun.
Did
Is
you
that
search
it?
it up?
Yeah.
That's it.
I
It's just
noticed
called a
you
wheel nut
grabbed
gun.
your phone ages ago.
That is it. Wheel nut gun. That's
Yeah.
That's what it does. It removes wheel nuts.
Yeah. Oh,
I didn't think it'd be that
We should have
simple.
known.
I said nuts
should-
ages ago.
And it was used compressed air
Bet
to
you
do
did.
it.
Does it?
Nuts.
Yeah. Well, the one in the film did.
Yeah.
Anyway,
See, fucking brilliant.
some
We sorted it out.
reviews.
Concertina.
Right. So I can't find like normally on Wikipedia they list the reviews, but this one didn't really have any.
Mm.
The reception, just to read the wiki page. Computer Gaming World
Yes.
stated that the PC version of Wayne's World is fun, man.
They did put a comma in between.
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
didn't
it
they? Otherwise, their review is fun, man.
It said Wayne's World is like fun, man.
Oh, they're trying to be
Or-
like funny,
Like,
man.
Or
It's
maybe
like
they got
fun,
halfway through.
man.
What a fucking
Maybe they
piece
got
of shit,
halfway through the
man.
sentence. They went, "It's fun." Oh man.
The magazine
They haven't got
recommended.
ghostwriter, do they? Just like,
The magazine recommended the game to those new to adventures who would enjoy a rather typical game
who
with
would
good
like to
humour.
challenge themselves too much.
Game with good humour, unexpected twists, and an odd setting.
Unexpected twists.
Describing it as bogus,
you
a
ever
later
thought that
review in
you'd
the
be
magazine
attacked by
advised
a
against Wayne's
corsetina?
World.
Adam, have you not listened to half the shit I say? These are daily thoughts for me. I think I'll be attacked by musical instruments literally every 20 minutes. I think the sky's gonna fall every 10 minutes.
So, right,
Sorry.
GameSpot gave the game 4.6 out of 10.
Mm.
And here are some like user reviews.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh.
All right, ready? Top one. Wayne's World on Super Nintendo is a fun game that takes on a story of its own. 7 out of 10.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Generous.
Be lucky you saw this review before you saw the game. 2 out of 10.
That's good.
Once again, proves that movies do not make good games. 4.5 out of 10.
Spider-Man 2. Wrong.
When we get to it. When we get to it. Yeah.
For all we know, it's crap, Tom.
It's not crap.
So they agree with us that it's not the best
It's
game in the world.
generally rather shit.
I
isn't it?
just find
It's
it
a
funny.
bad game.
how
But
that-
actually, can I say something in defence of the Wikipedia page here? So the PC game wasn't anything like the game on the SNES.
Probably
the
not.
one you pay?
No, so it was
I
like
imagine
it was
most
an
of them are
adventure. It was an
different, yeah.
adventure style game, not a platforming game.
Oh.
So I can say he says it was fun, and
We've got
it
to
might
take his
be.
word
We're
for
not slagging off the PC game because
No.
we've not played that.
We're already,
That's
we're
very
already
true.
slagging
So
off
it
the SNES
is very
Yes.
very different. So the SNES
Can't
one,
wait to play the NES one.
yeah.
Oh god, that's gonna be good, isn't it?
Is that? Are we going to do that?
Don't know.
No.
We've got something in the
No.
works that
Can,
we're
can,
thinking
can
of
we?
doing,
Can we not?
but I doubt we'll ever get around to that.
So where does it go on the cool wall?
Cool wall time.
hang on. You didn't say that it's been considered the 19th worst video game of all time.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
we
I-
get fucking
What an
talking, didn't
honour.
you?
Yeah, but
Did I? Oh, sorry.
I
Yeah,
don't
so
think we don't put
Flux-
much stock in that though, because some of them, like Friday the 13th,
No, but
being
it's
crowned
good.
one of
It's
the
good
worst. is-
because also like it's good to call out because we often go against the grain.
Yeah,
when it comes
Flux
to the-
magazine said it was the 13th worst game of all time.
13th was it?
Yeah,
Oh shit! It was 19th.
it was 19th.
Glad we cleared that up, Stef.
Yay! Right.
in the beginning of the actual game, in that long introduction, they were going, "Here's the 10 worst games in Noah's Arcade."
That's a
Yes.
great point.
I find that hilarious. That is how
That
they
it-
set off a really
it-
terrible game.
They should have broken that. What a brilliant
Such
time!
an
to,
irony
what,
there.
what a perfect time to break the fourth wall and say we're the worst video game in Noah's Arcade.
You know, if
right?
they said that, I would have. This would be top of the list because I'm like, well done. You knew
And,
exactly
yeah.
what you were.
And that would have been such a nod to the film of the constant breaking of the fourth wall.
That would have been perfect.
Missed a trick there.
Instead, they just released a shit game.
I would love it if that was just your review.
Yeah.
Shit game.
They released a shit game. Right.
So
So,
where
the
does it
cool
go?
wall.
I
So,
haven't seen this in a bit. Where
so
did
the top 5 are GoldenEye, Hercules, Aladdin, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and Goosebumps. Okay.
Yes.
Finding
Uh,
Nemo
for,
didn't
for,
come that
for
high
those
up, I
for those of you listening on SoundCloud or iTunes, can they? It's just
Yeah. Yeah.
SoundCloud or iTunes. Head over to our YouTube now. There should be links on our SoundCloud page and all of that sort of jazz, because then you can actually see the cool wall we're referring to, and on the video we've got.
And the bottom 10 are Gremlins, Spider-Man 1, Little Nicky, Back to the Future Part 1, The Crow.
Yeah.
So this is on the SNES. So the games similar to this are Aladdin for the Mega Drive, which is at number 3.
yes.
Moonwalker, which is on the Mega Drive, which is at number 7. And is that it?
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, you know what? I know where I'm putting it.
Go on then, Tom. Where are you going to put it?
Bottom.
Oh,
It's fucking bottom.
shit.
It's a generation. It's one generation away from The Crow. And I'm sorry, you can say what you want about The Crow, but at least The Crow made me laugh. It
Yeah.
made me cry and get pissed off as well, but it made me laugh. This just makes me feel sad. It makes me feel sad for humanity. I'm putting it bottom.
You're going bottom.
I'm going bottom.
Ad, let yourself unleash, Tom. Come. You got a.
I can't. I'm not putting it.
Your
right at the
inner
bottom.
child is gonna
Yeah,
kill Tom for saying.
I'm gonna
this.
stick it.
Tom nearly murdered me for putting Spider-Man. 1
Maybe
as
maybe
lowest.
for
That is
nostalgia,
true,
but I'm
dude.
sticking it
Pretty
above
bad.
Back to the Future. I'm sticking it third bottom on the list.
So you want to become
I don't
13th.
think it's as bad as Crow, and I don't think it's as bad as Back to the Future. Because Back to the Future, I couldn't have sat there even for the 20 minutes that we played, just because.
The thing is, I think Back to the Future was worse than this, but because we put The Crow worse than, and I thought The Crow was better than Back to the Future. Do you
Yeah,
see what I
but
mean?
No, but the thing is, it's not the game. It's what
It's
was on
what
that
the console was capable of.
Yeah.
What else came out that year, kind of thing.
Yeah.
The Crow was on the PS1. You can't
This
say
mu-
it was.
this I'm sorry, I think it's below The Crow. It's bottom. It's so fucking
To
bottom.
be fair,
I've never seen anything more
haven't-
bottom in my life.
I haven't played a game for this where I've been as fucking pissed off playing it as I have since Back to the Future.
Yes.
I
Bottom.
was so bored of playing this game, and I was
Yes.
only in it for about 10 minutes.
Join the dark side, Steph.
So what are you saying, Steph? Where are you putting it?
Go on.
I do feel like Tom's right.
Yes.
Go on, Dan.
Come on, you played it and you hated it. You
I-
know
I
it's bottom.
did really hate, but I the thing is, I didn't know about Wayne's World at all until I came here today,
Yes.
and I absolutely loved the movie,
Yeah.
and I can't wait to go back and watch the rest of it. And I knew in my heart that the game was going to be absolutely shocking.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was dreading it. I was like, can I just go home now? Because it was such a disappointment, the game,
Yeah.
compared to what I just watched 30 minutes
Yeah.
of. I'm going to have to put it at the bottom. I'm sorry.
Yes!
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Damn,
I'm-
3 against 1.
But at
Oh
least
my.
from what I saw of Back to the Future, at least there was a bit of a challenge. A really shit
Yes,
challenge.
that's the thing.
But
Back to the Future at least had
Sorry, wait.
directions. No,
Dan,
Back to
did
the
we
Future
complete
at
level 1 of Wayne's World? No. So the challenge argument is void.
No, but
Well, to be
Back
fair,
to
we
the
didn't know where the
Future
fuck we were going.
this
There
is
was
it.
no,
Back to the
like...
Future at least
Challenging
had a
much?
direction.
yeah, here's a weird open environment that you need to jump around that we're not going to tell
It's
you
ahead of its
anything
time.
about where to go.
Open world. Platforming.
Ahead of its
No.
time. Ahead of its time being so far forward as an apocalypse. There's no culture, there's no music, there's no
There's
nothing.
music,
There's
the-
just
the
death.
the instruments have turned
there's
on
just
you.
the
Yes,
inevitability of death.
Great point. There's music in this.
I made a
And
note.
considering how the music in the film is pretty good, they've
It's
got a nice
amazing.
little soundtrack to the film.
I
Aside
said
from that weird
this,
the
drummer.
music is insanely repetitive and awful. That's what I said.
That's exactly it. The music is terrible.
There you
and
go.
It is repetitive.
So this in our pile of shitometer is rock fucking bottom. Oh no, it'd be top of the pile of shitometer. It's the biggest pile of shit on the pile of shitometer.
Adam's
That's not
face.
what that's called. It's called a Cornwall. It's bottom of the Cornwall. And I think it belongs there. And I hope nothing dethrones it. I hope it stays king of shit for this whole time. I'm done. My rant's over. I didn't even play it.
That's
just
some
watched us
realization.
play it.
Oh shit.
Right, go
Fine,
on then.
let's
What
end
are we
it then.
saying? I'm saying it was a cash grab.
Cash grab. It was definitely a cash grab. Okay. 100%.
We don't even need to argue why. But should we give some points?
Yeah.
Why was it a cash grab?
It was shit.
It was shit. It came out at the same time as the second film.
Yes. And only a year away from the first one.
Yeah.
Literally almost to the day. Yeah, it's a cash grab.
It was rushed out.
I'm going to be devil's advocate here and throw
You're wrong. It's a cash
I'm gonna
grab.
throw a justification its way.
Go on.
If because the movie was so like stoner heavy, it felt like it was written by stoners, like really good comedy guys, and then I'm just imagining the game being made by the same guys who had literally just had no idea what they were doing, and if they
That's
just
actually quite
threw
interesting.
together all this crap and they just went, I don't even care,
They kind of had it in their heads.
No,
and,
because
it, and
no.
it just didn't come out as well as the movie.
No, because they clearly put a lot of time and effort and love into the film. Because it's
Yeah.
all crafted so well.
Yeah.
They did not with the game.
No.
At all.
Well,
Cash grab.
I wanted to help.
Cash grab.
Cash
It's a
grab.
cash grab. Put on your beekeeping outfit. It's a cash grab.
But yeah, it's terrible. It's a cash grab.
There we go.
Unanimous. Another fucking unanimous fucking cash grab.
I knew it was a cash
Oh,
grab from when I
Jesus
just found out about the sequel
Christ.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good call out from you. Actually,
I knew it was a
Dan.
cash grab for about 5 seconds after starting up the first level.
Yeah, you could just feel it. It just screamed cash grab, didn't it?
Right, so that's the end of the episode then.
That is it. So
Wayne's World, SNES is a cash grab.
episode 15.
Confirmed.
Damn. So we're getting closer to 10-2.
We've got
Or
a new
20, if
we've
you
got
like.
a new bottom of the core wall. So that's
I'm
always
so
interesting.
fucking happy. I'd never wanted the crow to be
History
bottom of
was
the
made this day.
History was made this day, and
I
also
wonder
your
when we're going
conspiracy
to
theory.
dethrone GoldenEye.
Oh, it's going to be a hard one to knock off.
Well,
I
we
don't
mentioned
know.
Spider-Man 2's coming up.
That's
that is
no
a
way
point.
it's going to dethrone GoldenEye.
It could.
Not a
I think it
chance.
could.
Not a chance.
It could,
It could.
but
Not a
It
chance.
could.
I don't know. The thing is, I'm looking at it with my childhood.
Because GoldenEye is probably the best
Mm.
game that was ever released on the Nintendo 64.
Oh, I don't know about that, mate. That's a big statement.
That is a hell of a statement.
I'm sticking to
You've
it.
got Mario 64, which
no.
changed 3D platforming.
Can't wait to play
You've
it.
got Legend of Zelda, which changed.
Ocarina of Time,
Yeah.
Can't
Majora's
wait.
Mask.
I've got both of those now. 64 and Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
Yeah, my brother just
You also had
came home
Pokemon
with the
Stadium.
64.
awesome
Pokemon
fucking
Stadium.
game.
Got that.
Dan, you could have said I have got both things up there. I would have lent them to you. I don't play them very often.
Wait, what are they? Oh, they're all out there.
Yeah, all up
Oh,
there.
I had no idea.
Well, while
Mario.
while they knock out the Nintendo 64,
Eh?
we should say bye.
What?
Aren't you getting the Nintendo 64 out?
No, we're not going to get it out.
Oh.
It just looks nice up there.
It just looks pretty. But anyway, thanks for listening
Yep.
and
check
watching.
out,
If you're on YouTube,
yeah, if you're not on YouTube, check out the Core Wall, just the last little bit of the thing, just to see what
definitely do.
goes where. If you haven't already seen it.
Bit
Definitely
of
do.
gameplay, awesome gameplay.
Yeah,
Yep.
if you want to see some gameplay,
Awful
I mean,
gameplay.
I don't, you don't need to.
No, that's true.
So most
in
games-
fact, save yourself the bother.
Yeah, most games I say, go and have a look at the gameplay. You can see what it's like, but just don't bother.
Yeah, and
Just
we have
look-
to
just
do
look at the
we have to
core.
do the old obligation. So make sure to subscribe and share this stuff about and all that jazz, and follow us on Twitter because we always like suggestions. So at Cash Grab Podcast.
Yeah, we've got Instagram as well.
Oh yes,
Cash Grab Podcast.
Cash Grab Podcast. Fucking brilliant. All right,
And that's about it.
that is about it. So until episode 16, guys.
See you later.
See you later.
Ciao.
Ciao.
You fucking.